sitting down. I hope we're not going to get you electrocuted here, Coach, because you still look like you're doused with ice water, is the head coach of the Aztecs. He is Steve Fisher. Coach, good to see you.
And you too.
Let us get you squared away on those headphones there. How did it feel under the hot sun and the ice-cold water?
You know what? It was refreshing. It was welcome, but it was cold, too. I think they did extra special treatment on me. I think they had a couple of buckets that they had been icing down since last night. But it was something that we wanted to do for a lot of reasons, from a personal standpoint. And I had a couple of the players say they had been challenged individually, and what did I think they should do, how to do it. And I said, well, let's wait till we get back to school. We'll sit together. And I met with J.J. O'Brien and Nikhil Quinn, and I said, here's what I think maybe we can do that might make a splash in a lot of ways. And they said, let's do it. So I think everybody knows what the Ice Bucket Challenge is. And, you know, I went back and watched and researched how it morphed into for ALS. And beyond anyone's wildest dreams in terms of the two most important things right now for ALS, it's hitting dead square center. One is awareness. Two is money. And this is a disease, Darren, that you know. I mean, it's the 75th anniversary of Lou Gehrig we just had. And nothing to speak of has happened to say, what can we do to find a cure? And it all surrounds money and research. And we got great minds, and there's a cure out there. We just need people to say there's money to be spent on it, and there are people that want to do it. And this has drawn such huge attention that I felt as if this was something that we wanted to participate in. For, again, a lot of reasons.
Absolutely. And I think everybody by now, Coach, I mean, everybody has been involved with this in some capacity by now, whether it's been through donation. And I was able to at least hear you say it used to be one or the other, right? It used to be you either donate or you do the Ice Bucket Challenge. And now it really has become people doing both. You know, it really has become most people doing both as well. So that's been so great to see. And I'm sure is something that is very, very near and dear to you. Charity is great across the board, but when it's something this close, I can't even imagine what it's like for the Fisher family to see everybody across the nation, A, doing this, and B, to watch this amazing amount of money go into the coffers there at ALS Association. And it just has to be something, I can't even imagine what goes through your mind when you see all of that.
Yeah, and I don't know the exact numbers, but it was staggering how much they raised in 1 month compared to what they had in the previous year put together, all as a result of this Ice Bucket Challenge. And that's what we're doing, too. Right. That's what I'm doing. I'm not only getting doused with the water, but we're going to make a donation. And I think a lot of people feel compelled to do that. We had yesterday's groundbreaking of our practice facility. I had 2 people say, I can't be there tomorrow for the Ice Bucket Challenge, but here's a check I want you to deliver to ALS for us. So when it hits you straight between the eyes, like it has our family, then when you see these kinds of things on TV, you not only get a tear that comes to your eye, but it hits the heart as well as the head.
And literally just hitting you in the head with the ice water there as well.
Exactly.
So were you responding to a specific challenge? I mean, you must have been challenged. You're a high-profile guy. I know even on this radio station, I think the gentlemen that follow us challenged you as well. Was there a specific person who challenged you who you were responding to today? And did you pass that along as so many other people have?
You know what? I initially was challenged by Larry Shyatt some time ago. I think maybe even before he knew that it was more specific ALS. But I've had several other people that have, tweeted, we're going to challenge you. But for me to get specific and say it was because of this particular challenge, I did not. But I've had several people throw it out there at me.
And what about moving it forward here? That is part of it, right? When you are the person who is being doused with the ice water, I think it is, and you can use this platform if you'd like. Is there anybody on out there who you challenged or would like to challenge?
You know, Darren, what AQ said, and then I piggybacked a little bit, we challenged our basketball team.
And they showed up.
So they took it. Then AQ challenged, he went through cheerleaders and students and anybody here. So I said we would like to make a little bit of a ripple effect from what we do, the largest that's happened in the country. So I challenged every student, grad, and fan of San Diego State athletics to accept the Ice Bucket Challenge from our San Diego State basketball team. Now, that's all encompassing. That encompasses a lot of people. But I think there'll be a lot of people here today that are going to hang around to do it, and then they, in turn, will challenge somebody else. So I think, it's like getting fans at a game. Exponentially, the ripple and the buzz of what we did today will add to the phenomenal amount of energy that has been created over the last 6 to 8 weeks.
I was unable to see it live, so I was sitting here just 15 feet away, but the crowd was so big. How'd the players do? I got a chance at least to peek my head up, and I saw them sitting in the chairs with the cheerleaders behind them. Some of them were bold and wanted to take their shirts off. It must be good to be young and strong. How did the players do?
They were good. I think they were a little bit apprehensive to start with. All of them knew what they were doing and why they were doing it. And we said we want to make this an experience for you. This particular moment should be fun, but the real reason that we're doing it, and they understand that, is to generate and create awareness that continues to go, and then money. Those are the two things that are most important right now. And you can do it in a fashion where you enjoy what you're doing. And I think anybody that's kind of watched some of the things that have been on TV the past couple of months would say, we got to do something. There has to be more research. There has to be more done to say we want to find a cure.
How is your son doing?
He's here today. He's here watching, and it's a brutal disease. It robs you of everything that's important except your mind. He's doing well, though. He's got a spirit about him that is infectious to our family. That they have a little boy, Max, who's 8.5 months old, and he is the light of all our eyes, from first-time grandparents, Angie and I, to first-time parents, Mark and Jill. And we're living and loving every day to its fullest, which not nearly enough of us do. We talk about it, but we don't do it to that level. So you're not going to find me complaining. You're not going to find me complaining about everything from losing a recruit to a tough loss to June gloom in the sun. I'm having fun every day and with our family. And our family you saw with the team. And blood family with Mark, who's here. And that's we're practicing what we preach.
And it was great to see Mark, to see the two of you drive up in the golf cart. He had a huge smile on his face while you guys were doing that. Were you able to take a peek through the crowd and see him there in the back?
I did not see him because there was such a big crowd when we got going. But, Mark's typical son. He told me exactly what he wanted me to do and not do, and don't screw it up, he said. So I followed marching orders, I think, almost to a T.
Well, hey, Coach, it is great to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Amazing. It seems like you've already dried off in this heat out here. So if you'd like to go again, I'm sure there's plenty of ice and ice water for you.
Darren, I appreciate you guys being here and wanting to do your show here. What it does is it draws hundreds of thousands more into what we're doing. So we owe you guys a very big debt of gratitude for coming out here today. And I know sometimes logistically these things, I know they don't just happen. It takes work, it takes energy, it takes expense to set it up. So for you guys to come here today and say, yeah, we want to be a part of it, that makes me feel good. And I know we've got a great working relationship, yep. But it's more than that, too, from us with you guys.
Well, we're happy to do it. And for people out there, Coach, who maybe they've been challenged, maybe they haven't, maybe they're listening today and they're compelled to say, hey, I'd really like to do something. It sounds like a tremendous cause. Are we going the local chapter here, Steve Beckfar, who is running the local chapter, Greater San Diego chapter of the ALS Association. People can find out more information, alsasd.org, and we'll direct people there. And if they would like to contribute or if they'd like to pay this forward, then by all means, that's the way for them to do it, right?
That is absolutely a way to do it. And, again, Marty, we appreciate you being a part of this today, and Darren, you also. And we're very appreciative and felt as if it has been tremendously positive what we have witnessed here today. So thanks for being a part of it. If we can help you guys in any way, let us know.
You've helped us more than you'll ever know. Coach, thank you very much for the time. Really appreciate it. And thank you very much for having us here today.
Thank you,
your
sir.
campus. Thank you. That is Steve Fisher.
Marty.